are you doing? Today, we're going to talk about something quite interesting. What is called probably the most dangerous part of the crypto world, the most dangerous corner of that new world, which a lot of us are very fascinated by. And this thing is called DeFi or decentralized finance. Now, some of you might have heard of DeFi, lots of definitions for it. The New York Times actually defines it as one umbrella term for that part of the crypto universe that is geared towards building a new internet native financial system, which uses blockchains to replace traditional intermediaries and trust mechanisms. Actually, if you go back, Mark Andreessen of A16Z had written this seminal article saying that how software is eating the world and how it eats the middleman. And in DeFi, it is actually software which is eating all the middlemen that the traditional financial industry, or what is called TradeFi, has spawned. It's almost like a shadow Wall Street being built out. And it has its own currencies, obviously. It has its own mirror stocks. It has its own lending, peer-to-peer lending mechanisms. Everything that you can find in traditional finance replicated in perhaps a much more efficient and technology-friendly and internet-native way in the crypto world. DeFi is based on what are called stable coins, which are cryptocurrencies whose values are pegged to a fiat currency like USD. And so, there's a stable coin like UST, which is on the Terra blockchain, or USDT, which is on the Tether blockchain. And each one USD is theoretically equal to $1. Now, the problem is that if say 100 million USDs have been issued out, the issuer, which is the Terra blockchain consortium, needs to have 100 million US dollars actually in their bank account, so that if someone theoretically was to, everyone theoretically was to redeem their 100 million USDs in total, then the company can give them the 100 million US dollars back. Now, obviously, this does not happen, and it's not, and these people have not stored US dollars there. In fact, there's probably tens of billions of dollars of stable coins which have been issued, and there are no tens of billions of dollars sitting in people's banks. And it's totally unregulated. It's like the Wild West Wall Street, and that's why it is so dangerous. That is why everyone is fearing that one of these days this whole thing, like a pack of cards, is going to collapse. Now, if so, why are people still excited about it? 3 or 4 reasons. So one is that people say that, look, the technology this is built on, which is blockchain primarily, is a much more superior technology along with AI than the old COBOL-like 1960s technologies that current banks are, banking systems are built out of. And so if the world is going to be on the internet, you need banking and a financial system which is internet native and is built on internet technologies. The other thing is that there's this whole excitement and challenge of building a completely new financial system which does not have the inefficiencies and is prone to fraud like the current financial system is. But the reason sometimes, and what I get fascinated by, are more philosophical. DeFi, in my opinion, is the financial system of the Web3 world. As we move from Web2 to Web3, perhaps the financial systems also need to move from Web2 to Web3. And so it does away with biased human intermediaries and substitutes them with trust-building technologies like blockchains and open source software, makes transactions cheaper, does not always only profit the intermediary, and it's almost instantaneous. And so DeFi is a democratizing force. It's almost idealistic and a utopian way to fix what is wrong with Wall Street and erode its power over corporations, countries, and people like you and me. And that is why this excitement over DeFi. Now, will DeFi succeed or will it collapse like a house of cards? Time will tell. Would be interesting to know what you guys think. Do put it in comments, and would love to hear your feedback on this dark corner of the crypto universe.